If I was stranded on a desert island and there was just one supplement that I could take with me, this would probably be the one. Let's find out. Hello and welcome. All right, so today we are going to talk about that secretive, kind of rarely ever talked about or heard about substance called black seed oil. What is this black seed oil? Well, black seed oil basically comes from a plant. It's called Nigella Sativa. And this, of course, is turned into black oil, and the main ingredient in that is called thymoquinone. So let's go into more of that. Where is this usually found? It's grown in Southern Europe, North Africa, Asia Minor. This herb was mentioned in the Bible, or this oil. It's also known as black seed, black cumin, black caraway. Sometimes they'll just call it Nigella Sativa Oil, or NSO. Different ways of saying this. I mean, this has been used for over 2,000 years in Middle Eastern herbal medicine, so it's nothing new. It's been out there, and it's been known that it works for so many things. And this ingredient in it called thymoquinone is probably the major ingredient that's effective in the human body. And there's some other what we call monoterpenes that are also very healthy and effective. All right, so what does this do? Well, about everything. So first, I guess we should go over what it doesn't do, because that would probably be the easier list to write. Antiviral, anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, anti-aging, anti-diabetic, antimicrobial, antihistamine. The list goes on and on. Anti-nociceptive, that means anti-pain. Antitussive, which means anti-coughing. Analgesic, antibacterial. Anti-dermatophyte, that means it's antifungal. Hypolipidemic means it lowers cholesterol. Uricosuric, that means this lowers uric acid. Gastroprotective, cardioprotective. It lowers hypoglycemic, meaning it lowers blood sugar. Antioxidant, it protects you against toxins like heavy metals and chemicals. Neuroprotective to the brain. It modulates the immune system, which is especially important in autoimmune conditions. Anti-asthmatic, stimulates lactation. Actually, the list can go longer. And the thing is this is all based on research. This isn't just, hey, we think it does this. In fact, as we look into the research, I mean, look at this. This is kind of just a general overview of not only what it affects or does, but the mechanisms involved there. If you really want to read deeply into it, don't even hesitate to go up to where it says PMID and Google that, and you can go straight to the research article. But again, so many things here. I mean, look at this. If we look off to the side here, we see, gastroprotective. Yeah, we see that. We see anti-diabetic, pulmonary protection, fertility and reproduction, cardioprotect. Just so many things here. And again, immune responses, inflammation, oxidative stress, apoptosis. So many things fit into this. All right, and if we go further in the research, we even see more research articles on this stuff. Anti-schistosomiasis, antifungal, antiviral, antiparasitic, antibacterial. The list just goes on. And again, even more research. Actually, the research is quite abundant on this thing, and it's rarely ever talked about or looked at. Again, great effects on the heart, the liver, the pancreas, the lungs, the kidneys. GIT is gastrointestinal tract. And again, it tells all the things that it does. Now, this is interesting. There are actually quite a few research papers talking about its effect on this. So again, very valuable there, and very good research on very positive effects and outcomes. And so if we start to look again even deeper into the research, what have they researched this with? Yeah, brain inflammation, neuroinflammation, and again, with all these great results on decreasing inflammation, increasing brain cell health, nerve cell health. Here's another one even further with that, where they've used it to say, hey, how does it help with Alzheimer's disease? And again, so many positive effects. And again, let's keep going here. Not only Alzheimer's, but Parkinson's. Again, positive effects. ischemic stroke, people who have had these strokes, positive effects. Traumatic brain injury, this would be like your concussions and things like that. Yeah, absolutely. Anxiety, depression, which we saw in that first chart. It's like, wait, how in the world does it help that? Yeah, all of these things that it does. And again, even different ways those things have been affected. If we go into actual epilepsy, which nobody really has the perfect answer for, but again, only positives there. Very, very interesting. And schizophrenia, wow. And then these miscellaneous effects, different chemically induced toxicities. Let's say somebody got arsenic poisoning. Yeah, this helps with that. Yeah, so many things. So what does it do? It can help with gut inflammation, brain inflammation, anxiety, depression. Again, these are all the research things. I didn't have time to put all the research in there. Below, you'll see some links to all this research. Viral infections, candida, parasites, H. pylori, Hashimoto's, Graves. Actually, in the research, what they found is if thyroid hormone's too high, it does things to help bring it down. If it's too low, it helps to bring it up. So yeah, very interesting there. Rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, vitiligo. There's actually some studies showing that it helped to repigment skin. Eczema, allergies, chronic pain, toxic metals, toxic chemicals, diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, traumatic brain injury, sinus congestion, cough, bronchitis, epilepsy, anorexia, infertility. I mean, there is so much more to this. I don't have time in one video to go over all of this, and maybe we can break it down a little more in the future. But very amazing oil. And I've learned a lot going through this too about this. So how do you usually take this? Well, most people, typical dosage is around 500 milligrams twice daily. That's what probably I would start patients at. Specific conditions may require more, and that's where some people, we may go up to 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day. Again, I tend to have people take it with food. Really, if there's any negative effect that I've ever seen, there's really not much in the research about negative effects. Maybe every once in a while someone might get some type of allergic reaction to it, just like they could with any other oil. But especially if they have other health issues. But again, no real known negatives. Every once in a while I have somebody who says, oh, that upset my stomach, and a lot of times we find out they just took it on an empty stomach. Or if it's used on the skin, I've had some people say, oh, initially when I started using it I had a little rash, but then I'm not having any of that anymore. So again, fantastic supplement. I am super excited about this one, and I think it's a great one that anybody could really start using. Again, before you use any type of supplement, always ask your doctor for interactions, especially if you take any medications, and before adding any type of supplement or nutrient into your system. Again, do talk to your doctor. All right, well, God bless. Hopefully you enjoyed black seed oil, and I'll talk to you soon.